Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to Molly Makes Meals, but as you can see, Miss Molly is not here today. She has been struggling this weekend with a fever and not feeling well, so she's taking a day of rest today to make sure that she gets back to her old self. Don't worry, we've already seen some sass pants this morning, so she's doing fine. But I thought, well, we can't miss a week of Molly Makes Meals, so I'm just going to share with you some of the great tips that I share in our Instant Pot 101 class here at the Chilled Kitchen. We have started to host these monthly, and our next class is coming up on March 15th. If you get our newsletter, you should have in your inbox an email that has a link for first dibs of buying your tickets for the class, because it usually fills up pretty quickly. And if you don't get our newsletter, or for some reason it's not in your inbox, check your junk mail. But you can send me a message and I will send you that link before I post it as a Facebook event, because usually once I do that, they are gone. So let's talk about this wonderful little machine. If you don't have one of these, I highly recommend that you get one. And if you haven't purchased one yet, maybe just hold off a little bit, because I am testing out the Instant Pot air fryer combination. I got it on Friday. We did a little, maybe that was Thursday, did a little testing with it, and then I realized it had a dent, so I'm sending it back to Amazon. The new one should be here soon, but I'm going to test some different recipes, see if that is a good fit for our house and if we recommend it, and then maybe that is something that you would like to purchase. It definitely has some added perks. But this is just our good old standby, the Instant Pot Duo. This is the 8-quart size. They also come in a 6-quart size. And I wanted to show you guys a couple of ways that you should be cleaning your Instant Pot, because if you're not, you're kind of setting yourself up for odors, flavors being off in the food that you make, and then also potentially having a malfunction of the pot, which if you've seen any of those Facebook stories of people saying, oh, my Instant Pot exploded in my house, it may be due to it not being cleaned or used properly. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was the stainless steel insert pot. So if you cook it all with stainless steel, you know that it doesn't stay like nice and shiny all the time. The best way I find to clean this is to put it in the dishwasher. That comes out the most clean of really any other methods I use. But if you see some issues with, we don't have a dishwasher in the Chilled Kitchen yet, but there's some like just residue left in there when we cook chicken or ground beef in this. If you have that and it's not coming out in your dishwasher for some reason, you can always pour 2 cups of vinegar in here and then put the lid on and use the pressure cook mode for about 10 minutes. Let it do a natural pressure release so you don't have all that vinegar smell in your kitchen. And then this should just wash out with soap and water. So, first step. Second step, when you're cleaning this, and you should do this every single time that you use the Instant Pot, turn it around, and this little cup comes off. This is the condensation collector. So as your pot is coming to pressure, there's going to be a lot of steam that comes up and collects on the lid. And before it's sealed, it's going to run off and run into this reservoir that is around the edge here. And then it drains into this condensation collector. If you don't clean this out after every use, we actually cooked some chicken this morning in the Chilled Kitchen, and this is what it looks like when you cook 10 pounds of chicken breast. If you put this back in your cabinet, this is going to be really nasty. So make sure you're cleaning this out every time that you use it. This can go in the dishwasher, that's a great way, or you can scrub it with like a toothbrush or something to get down in there. So, and then make sure that you put it back on every time that you use your Instant Pot. Okay, now we're going to talk about the lid. And I think this one, this is maybe a little bit scary for people, how to clean this, how to make sure that it's all the way clean. Can I put it in water? Can I not? So you cannot put this in the dishwasher. It's not recommended that you do that because water will get inside of the lid and your dishwashing detergent and all that, and it doesn't drain out very well in the dishwasher. So they recommend that you wash this in the sink by hand. You can submerge this in water. The first thing that you want to do is take out the silicone sealing ring, and you just slide your finger underneath, and then you can pull this out. Over time, as you clean this, sometimes the silicone sealing ring gets a little bit loose, and so you can order more of these online. Now, I think that this is kind of everyone's nemesis in the odor department. So silicone holds on to odors, and if you're cooking foods that have a lot of spices or kind of a higher flavor profile, this is going to hold on to those odors. And unfortunately, then if you make something that has more of a delicate flavor like rice or cheesecake or oatmeal, your food is going to pick up on those odors. And speaking from experience, my children thought I put vegetables in their oatmeal once after I had made short ribs the night before and then cooked oatmeal in the Instant Pot. So the best way to get around that is to have two silicone sealing rings for your Instant Pot. They make them in different colors. You can just go on Amazon and order the correct size. Make sure that if you have an 8-quart, you get an 8-quart. If you have a 6-quart, you get a 6-quart. But then just have two rings that are designated for different types of food. So maybe your blue one is for cheesecake, rice, pasta, things down that line. And then a black ring or your original clear ring is for taco soup or chili or any Asian-inspired dishes. Secondly, when you are storing your Instant Pot, I think that most people would think that you just put the lid on and put it in your cabinet, and that's the best way to do it. However, that keeps the silicone sealing ring kind of inside your pot and sealed up. You want that to be able to air out. So store your lid upside down like this in your pantry or cabinet. And actually, for me, this fits better underneath the shelves instead of the other way because the handle doesn't stick up. So store it this way so then it can air out. Okay. These next parts are ones that I don't think many people know about, but they are definitely ones that you should clean, especially from a safety perspective. So the first thing is your vent knob right here. I think it looks a little different on the newer Instant Pots. You have a button over here that you can push. However, on all of the models, the vent knob comes off, and you should be cleaning this also because as your Instant Pot vents, there's going to be some food particles that get inside this, and if that happens, this might not seal properly, and then that can create some issues for using your Instant Pot. So you can put this in the dishwasher. That's a great way to clean it. Otherwise, you can use like a little bottle brush and scrub inside there. Okay, the next piece that you want to clean pretty frequently is this vent cover right here. And it's the little circle, and sometimes it's difficult to get off. So the way that I recommend that you take it off is to put a towel over top of it and then use your thumb to kind of push down towards the bottom of the lid, and then it'll pop right off. Okay, so you see that's what it looks like underneath. This piece can also go in the dishwasher. That's probably the best way to clean it. And then over time, as you are cleaning that, these prongs sometimes get bent in from taking it off, and then this will become loose. So just take a butter knife and you can pry those out, so then this fits more tightly on there again. And then the other piece that you want to clean is your steam valve. And on some models, this is silver, some of them it's red. But if you take your finger and you hold that up and then you turn this over top, you'll see that there's a little silicone piece right here. That pops off, and then you can take out the valve, and then you should clean inside that hole right there. So again, bottle brush is great for that. These pieces, I would recommend washing, hand washing separately from any other dishes. So you take them out, you give them a quick wash, you wash this out, and then you put it right back in. These pieces are so small, going down the garbage disposal, going down the drain is pretty likely. It's happened to us before. So just make sure that you are putting those right back. If somehow this comes off and you lose them, also a piece that you can buy on Amazon, you just type in Instant Pot valve, steam valve, I think. and that'll come up. It's very inexpensive. I think I got a 3-pack for like $7. So if you ever lose that, you have a backup. But that is a very important piece to making sure that your Instant Pot is functioning properly. So those are all the pieces to cleaning your Instant Pot. Oh, one more thing I was going to tell you. When you wash your lid, you're just washing it like any other pot lid. When you drain it, put it like this. Over time, as we've gotten experienced with washing our Instant Pot lids, we have learned that the best way to drain it is to put this piece down at the bottom, because most of the water will drain out that way. So just wash it, put it in your drainer basket this direction, and then it will be all dried up. So if you are interested in learning more about our Instant Pot class, you can send me a message, or it will be up on our Facebook events probably by Wednesday. We're going to give our people that are on our email list a little bit more lead time, but if you are interested in joining our email list, just head to chilledfreezermeals.com. You scroll to the bottom and there's a spot for you to enter your email. We send out updates throughout the month of different sales and specials that we have going on, and like I said, you get first dibs on classes like our Instant Pot class. So I hope that you guys have an excellent Monday, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks.